Good day, everyone. You are welcome to this interesting and educative platform, Literature Hub 247, where literature texts are reviewed. This video is about the JAMB 2025 approved text titled Lekki Headmaster, written by Kabir Alabi Garba. This is chapter 9 of the text. Earlier on this platform, I've presented the plot summary as well as the review of chapters 1 to 8. So you can request for the link to those videos if you need it through the comment section and it will be sent to you. Let me also tell you that all these videos are linked together. Just make sure you watch one to the end and the next video pops up. Let's go into the classroom. Now before we continue, at the end of this video, I have some likely JAMB questions generated from this chapter. So we are going to go over the questions after the review of this chapter. The chapter is titled Laughing Waterfalls. Laughing Waterfalls. Southern schools have been to Badagry for excursions about 3 times in the past 10 years. A retreat was organized for teachers. The students also visited iconic sites in Badagry. JS1, as part of their welcome program, went on an excursion to the city of white sand and coconut. That is Badagry. Badagry is referred to as the city of white sand and coconut here. Teachers, staff, and parents will always give credit to the school for giving the students exposure and making learning interesting. The school is at the forefront of the celebration of special days like Children's Day, Mother's Day, and Teachers' Day. It also organizes parties, concerts, and lectures where experts are invited to talk on different themes. At times, the pupils are taken out of Lagos. In his over 20 years in stardom, Beppo implants in the school the idea of the learners going on an excursion once in a term within Nigeria and an annual international excursion. Beppo wants the students to have a thorough knowledge of their country. He understands that many of them are from elite families that will send them abroad after secondary education. This knowledge will instill in them the love of their country. As a result of this, the students visited important places like Ikogosi, Warm Springs in Ekiti State, and Enigesa Waterfalls in Osun State. The highest waterfalls in West Africa, or waterfalls in Kwara State, were also visited. It measures 120 meters above water level and cascades 330 feet down an escarpment. They also visited Gurara Falls in Niger State. These places of attraction have some stories attached to them. Ikogosi was discovered in 1852 by Reverend John Hess from his base in Ekiti. He didn't listen to the warnings of the natives that he would incur the wrath of supernatural forces if he visited the site. After visiting the place, he made a recommendation. Let's quote what he said. I felt it could be used for a good purpose. I discussed the possible use of faith with some of the mission and Nigeria Baptist Convention friends. With the growing interest in Royal Ambassador work, we felt that it could be used by building a youth camp for our RAs and GAs. The land was secure following the convention. The state government later took it over and developed it as a tourist site. The Gurara was discovered in 1745 by Buba, a Gwari hunter, before some Europeans claimed it in 1925. The Enigesa Waterfalls, also referred to as Olumirin, was discovered by a daughter of Odudua in 1140 AD. It was said it was discovered by a hunter in 1140 AD. Another one says it was discovered by Akinla, a woman and founder of the Enigesa town. She was a granddaughter of Odudua. The school plans to visit the following waterfalls: the Kwa Falls in Anigeje, Calabar, Asop in Plateau, Karu in Nasarawa, and Barup in Gembu, Taraba State. Others are Awu Waterfalls in Enugu, Ezukuka in Anambra, Agbokim in Cross River State, Farenruwa Waterfalls in Nasarawa State, and Mashiga in Kapanja, Kaduna State. Pep also plans to take the students to the Arinta Waterfalls because they didn't have enough time to visit the place the other time. The school has visited the Yankari Games Reserve in Bauchi, the National War Museum in Umuahia, Abia State, the Hanging Lake in Adoawaye, Oyo State, the beautiful Kano Palace, and the historical Oni of Ife Palace in Ile-Ife. The students also saw the Oromia staff and visited the prestigious Obafemi Awolowo University, where Mrs. Ibidum graduated with a law degree. Southern students have also been to some national festivals like the Calabar Carnival, Osun Osogbo Festival, Arugungun Festival in Kebbi, and Ofala Festival in Onitsha. They have visited the tourist centers in Lagos like the National Theatre, Igamu, Surulere, the National Museum, the Museum Center, and City Mall in Onikan, a fish market, Ijede Warm Spring, Ikorodu, Songbo Eredo in Ekwe-Ijebu, built in 800 to 1000 AD in honor of Bilikisu Songbo. The students also visited the University of Lagos and Lagos State University. They've also been to some television stations and headquarters of big companies like Chevron, Shell, UBA, First Bank, Corn Oil, and communication companies. They are also taken to high-class places like Banana Island, Snake Island, and Magodo, low-class environments like Mushin, Ajigunle, and Ijora, SOS Village in Isolo. Beko told the students when they got to the low-class areas that being born in such a place doesn't determine their future. With determination and commitment, they will be moved from the slum to the limelight. He told them that Odion Iralo and Futo Osime grew up in the slum. The students were also taken to Iju Water Works, Yaba Psychiatric Hospital, where they were addressed on the side effects of hard drugs. They visited other important places in Lagos. Badagry is an important town in Nigeria because of its attachment to the historical Atlantic slave trade. It also houses the first story building in Nigeria, built by Henry Townsend in 1846. Ajayi Crowther translated the Bible into Yoruba in the house, that is the first story building. Christianity was first preached in Badagry under the Agia tree. The slave relics like chains, padlocks, rods, etc. are kept in the Mobile Royal Family Relics Museum in Badagry. On the last excursion, which comprised 40 students from SS classes, the palace of the Akran of Badagry was the first place visited. The king served them refreshments and narrated how the town was founded in the late 1720s by Popo refugees from wars with the Fon people of Dahomey. According to the king, Badagry was a harbor where slaves were transported to America. The king stressed that their industry was more pronounced than the despicable slave trade. They are famous in business, agriculture, and tourism. A British trading post was established in Badagry in the 1820s. Coconut plantations were established by the 1880s. The king affirms the story that the town's name was formed from Abadarig, quote-unquote, in response to a question from one of the students. The excursion also took them to the first story building where they saw the first Yoruba Bible. They visited the first nursery and primary school established in 1843. They visited where the captured natives were thrown into ships. When they visited the Black Heritage Museum, Beko was emotionally moved when he saw the relics of the slave trade and listened to the narration from the museum officer. He believed that Africans had been exposed to barbarism and embarrassment. He summarized that it happened during the slave trade between 1500 and 1900. People compared the slave trade with the Japa syndrome in the country, where Nigerians sell their properties and voluntarily work into the workforce of former slave masters. He referred to it as modern slavery, where people are having sleepless nights and fasting to get visas. Many left their families and jobs to take up odd jobs. Now let's look at these likely JAMB questions. Question 1. How many times have student schools been to Badagry for excursion in the past 10 years? We go over the video again. The answers are there. Question 2. Where did GS1 visited as part of their welcome program? 3. What would the parents, teachers, and staff get school credit for? Question 4. How many times do the students go on excursion in a term? 5. What is the aim of Bebo for taking the students around the country on excursion? 6. What is the name of the waterfall the students visited in Osun State? Question 7. What is the name of the highest waterfalls in West Africa? 8. When was Ikogosi One Springs discovered? Question 9. What recommendation did Reverend John Hess made about Ikogosi One Springs? 10. When was Gurara Falls discovered? 11. What is another name for Elengisa Waterfalls? Question 12. Where is Yankari Games Reserve located? 13. Where did Mrs. Ibidun add her law degree? 14. Where is Argungun Festival celebrated? 15. Where was Sumbo Eredo built? Supposed to be where was Sumbo Eredo built? Sorry about that. Where was Sumbo Eredo built? 16. Where are the high-class places in Lagos? 17. What did Beppo tell the students about living in low-class places? 18. Where were the students addressed on the side effects of drugs? Question 19. Why is Badagry an important town in Nigeria? 20. When was the first story building built in Nigeria? Question 21. Where was Christianity first preached in Nigeria? 22. What materials are kept in the Mobile Royal Relics Museum? 23. When was Badagry founded? Question 24. When was coconut plantation established in Badagry? 25. When was the first nursery and primary school established in Nigeria? Those are the questions. Those are likely JAMB questions. Please, if you are new on this platform, try and click on the subscribe button and the bell icon so you'll be part of this class. And whenever any video is produced, you are going to be notified. Don't forget, I told you that the plot summary and the review of chapters 1 to 8 are already on this platform. So you can request for the link to those videos and to be sent to you. And let me tell you also that all these videos are linked together. Just watch one to the end. The next video pop up. You don't have to do anything. Like this video. You are free to share it on the social media platform. Invite your friends and colleagues to join us. If you have any question or comment, use the comment section and it will be attended to. Thank you. God bless. Let's meet in the next class.